Hello Group 1, welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. So I thought that I would start off your reading by looking into specific areas where you will be guided towards. That has to do with you being guided towards your highest timeline, because it's usually many areas in life, and it's also usually a process of getting everything aligned. But I thought that we could look into the areas you can next expect to experience being guided towards. So I will use the pendulum for that and my chart. And when I do work with the pendulum, I work in silence. Okay, I'm getting family and also friends. So let's get a description. Okay, I'm getting leveling up and move on. Okay, so keep that in mind that we got family, we got friends, leveling up and move on. And I just also want to say that if none of the specific areas make sense for you, like it doesn't resonate, then you can take out your own decks or something that you work with to still know what is specific for you, and then you can use the rest of the message in this reading to apply to what you saw with your own cards. So let me just get this away and get into the rest of your message. Like, how are you leveling up when it comes to friends and families, and how is this connected to you being guided towards your highest timeline? So let's see. You got the Ark of the Covenant. So there's something very deep, very sacred going on, almost like it's written since before and it is coming true. It is becoming a reality. This is something that could have been going on for so long that it's almost already a reality inside of you, even before it becomes a reality on your outside. This could have been long hidden inside of you. It could be like a potential for the best kind of relationships. Like, even if you have very healthy, very loving relationships, this is talking about a leveling up, like on a level that you will truly feel like you're being guided towards something big. It's like completing a purpose of some sort. And I just want to say, I've gotten this like 3 times now, so I have to say it. This could be speaking about someone giving birth to a child that will make all the difference in the world for you, and maybe even in the world. So that could be a very significant thing for some people in this group. Also with 11, for me this speaks about your highest purpose. Okay, so it's clearly connected to your family, your friends, your collective. Also, as a general message, relationships. There's something very important about you being guided towards your highest timeline. The next area will be relationships in some sort. But you could have seen traces of this very high timeline that you're about to step into, because it looks like there will be a shift where you haven't lived quite fully in this timeline or in alignment with it, but you've seen clues or traces of it It could be in the type of music that you love, the type of art that you're attracted to. It could be something that you create that is very creative, that is a clear significator towards the ability you have to create relationships that are very powerful, very life-changing, and that have and fulfill a much bigger purpose, okay? Okay, so you have guidance with the Northern Star coming through here, and it says, when you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. So yeah, the Northern Star is the way that your purpose will be expressed through relationships, through your collective that you belong to. It could be you getting a significant role in your working place where you will be like activating and helping people out in a way that is mind-blowing to them. They can't even put their hands on it. They have no words to explain it. They just know that since the moment you stepped into this role or you stepped into that space, that place, things have changed and they like it, okay? So you're definitely being guided towards your highest timeline of improving your own well-being and your own everyday life by getting in deep connection with yourself that will also have an effect on other people, you strengthening the bonds you have, no matter what area of life where you will experience this upgrade in relationship, because it could be job, it could be your family, it could be your collective, it could be like the area you live in, something like that. Also, like if you have an online community that you belong to, that is also where you will be able to experience this. But it has a bigger purpose because it has to do with you getting to experience yourself fully. Firstly, by cultivating this deep bond and appreciation to yourself, and then boom, it will happen on your outside too. It will be a shift that is very like big. The first step will be big. I don't see it being like small steps. No, it's big, but it's not overwhelming. It will be very suited for you. And you got humor, yeah. It is definitely a leveling up, that the aspects of how relationships and connections were showing up in your life, even if in one specific area in your life, the aspects of it that have been negative, that could have been draining you, could have been wasting your energy in some way, you will be so relieved and released from that with humor coming through. And I think that's also like the Buddha in a very happy position, because the humor says, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Because of the connection you will get to yourself, that will be of the highest level. I almost want to say that even if you can still protect yourself and put boundaries, I'm almost getting like you don't care. Like you will be so protected that no one can still, even if they want to, even like they can't touch you. Like you will just move on unfazed, untouched, just like you have integrity. You have boundaries, but it comes in a natural way that you don't even have to like instill them for people to be like, oh, now I get it after having crossed your boundaries 20 times. Like, no, they will almost become better versions of themselves, where they will just step into the high vibration that you will have, and they will vibe with that. They will dance with that, even if you know that they don't do that in other spaces, other places, in other connections. But when they meet you, it's like a law, it's a rule. There will be no other way to interact with you than in this specific way. You have career change. You're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. And we have environmentalist. You're an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. So listen, guys, this can absolutely be specific, quite like hitting, what's it called? I don't know all the words, but you can take this literally. That's what I'm trying to say. But this is also talking about one thing leading to the other because of the strong connection that this card requires for you to become this energy that this card carries. There will be a deepening and strengthening of the relationship you have with you that will spread to the natural parts of your life. That could very much lead to a change, okay? With career change, of course, that could be it. It could also be just like you moving to a new city, you change, you're still in the same profession, but you change working place, and that new working place will be filled with humor and love, and you will be guided towards it. So I still see that the way that you will interact with yourself on a very deep and loving way, it will have a huge effect on your outside. It will affect how you or more like how other people interact with you, actually. And then there's another thing it will affect, and it has to do with your outer world, like where you live, what you work with, some kind of maybe side business, hobby that you will also be guided towards to make it a little bit more like a part of your life. But this is also pointing you towards it's not just like one specific purpose. It is much more speaking of a lifestyle that you're supposed to have, that your purpose is to experience, okay? So it is deep connections, it is humor, love, and laughter. It is the sense of being guided towards your highest timeline. You know, that very high vibrational energy that I'm sure you've experienced in your life, where you just know, I'm on the right path. No matter what happens on the path, I am on the right path. Nothing can stop this from happening, from taking me in this direction further and further. So with change, it's a leveling up. It is a shift from old to new, and it is an improvement. Okay, let's see what Tarot has to say. You have Judgment, very much purpose, yeah. You hearing your calling, your higher calling, but it is still in a not intense way. It is not like in a life-altering, life-shattering way. You know how an awakening can like literally just take your life away from you. It's not that. It's like, I could almost tell you that this could be like a sort of a second awakening, a more harmonious awakening, but you will hear it clearly, and it will put you on a direction where you will be guided towards your North Star, towards even more of your purpose, because this is a group that could already be like in the midst of fulfilling your purpose, experiencing how it is to live aligned with it. But then for you, you could take this like as a second awakening, and for the rest of you, this is speaking of like a first shift that could be likened to an awakening that will just improve your life and put you on a path where you will find true connections. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. So you could definitely have felt trapped in relationships, in work places with different bosses, co-workers, even like in your culture, you could have felt that there are some things that don't sit quite well with you, that you need to pave your own path. So for those of you that align with this, the need to pave your own path, this is what this is guiding you towards. Okay, that is why I'm getting that you will be like unattached in a very healthy way from other people, because you have such a strong sense of self, and your connection to yourself is the highest priority, because that is what will get you going towards your purpose. So there is like a detachment in the healthiest form, because you have to pave your own path, not being too involved or too affected by other people's everyday type of thinking that is almost like an asleep type of thinking, that they just want you to be on board with that, and you're like, I just know that I'm here to pave my own way. And that you're definitely going. You have the number 11, purpose, oneness with you, that will become oneness with the people around you and oneness with your purpose. The change could very much be you being put in a specific place and space that is connected to your purpose. We have the 7 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, King of Cups. Yeah, so the 9 of Pentacles coming in the middle of your reading, everything is centering about it. It is an individualistic type of energy coming through, where you are leveling up first and foremost in your own space, in your own inner being. That has to do with healing what you struggled with before. That doesn't need to be difficult for you anymore, because this will be released, what has been difficult for you when it comes to connections, relationships, working places, family ties. That will be removed for you to be able to clearly hear your calling. But there is deep healing for you here also with the King of Cups. And the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Cups is just pointing back to humor, that the new you will be so changed, but it will still be familiar for you, okay? But it will be an easier way for you to connect with yourself, an easier way for you to connect with others, that will be very much unattached to being valued, people having opinions, people having expectations. You can walk through all of that and still be unfazed, like the King of Cups. Like, it just runs through you, it's like, I'm still here, I'm still me, thank you so much, I know that you care, that's why you're putting all of this on me, but it's not for me. It's probably for you to do, not for me. Let's just have fun, enjoy this moment. I'm never gonna be myself in this self in any other life again. So let's just enjoy life, enjoy each other, not put a lot of demands that are unnecessary on each other. And that stems from the deep purpose that you have, where you will also actually start to heal other people and the way that they connect. It will almost be like when they connect to you in this new way, it will be a sort of awakening for them, like, oh my God, can this be? Like, can it be this easy? And then they will start to apply it to other people when they go to job, when they go to grocery shopping. So there's a leveling up in the most harmonious way, starting with you. You will affect others. You being in strong contact with you, it will be activating for others, especially if you have children, if you're married or are in a relationship. This will very much benefit them, okay? So what can I say other than you are leveling up in major ways, in many ways, Group 1. I will end your message here. Thank you so much for being here. If you vibed with the message and you were like, yeah, you know what, that resonates with me, make sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. So I thought that to start off your reading, when it comes to higher timelines and being guided towards it, it usually is like many areas in life, right? And it's usually a process. But what I thought to look into is the next area to expect to be guided towards that will also put you in alignment with your highest timeline. So I will look into one or more areas depending on the pendulum, how it wants to speak to me, and then I will also get a description for you. So I'll get quiet, and there's nothing wrong with the video just because there will be no sound, okay? Okay, so it is moving towards project and work, and I almost forgot to take a description for you. I felt like an urge to just start your message, but yeah, let's get a description also. Project, work, let's see. Okay, so we're getting new chapter, exciting news, and look within. Okay, there's a lot of messages for you. Project, work, new chapter, exciting news, look within. Okay, keep that in mind. And I just also want to say that if you felt drawn to this group, and then when the pendulum hit at work and project, and you're like, nah, that doesn't... I don't feel aligned with that, then what you can do is to take out your own cards, specific decks that can help you figure out what is for you individually, and then you can take the rest of the message and apply it to what your own cards showed you. Okay, so that's just like a little pro tip for those of you who wants to make this into a much more individual reading, personal reading. So let's get into your message. Exciting news, new chapter. Okay, I'm getting this one. Okay, so we have the Sands of Time with the Six of Scrolls, and it is coming reversed. Guys, when this card comes reversed, it is telling you that the timing is now, because when it comes upright, you can see that in this glass, there's a lot of sand still there. But when it comes reversed, it's like telling you the timing is now. So something is definitely happening now to get you in alignment with something that is connected to your work, a project, a hobby, something you want to start. It could be a plan of some sort. Be very aware right now of how you're being guided. If you're being redirected, if you're getting a no, thank that no, because you're being directed. Just take it as another door is opening for you. So I'm just getting that right now. It could be like a crucial part of your time to get this going. For this to happen, you need to be aware. You need to be ready to just take the actions needed, but also to know when not to do something. So you really need to use your skill set to the fullest, because this carries very high vibrational energies, and you're up for that. You know, you can meet those high vibrational energies. So we have trust, and this says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. You're being guided. You're being very much taken care of right now. No matter who this is, what this is that you believe in, you know what? This could be you being on top of things, you knowing exactly what to do. You've taken such good care of you. You've worked on yourself. You know yourself better than anyone. Like, you can do this. This is what it's talking to you about, and the timing is now. Okay, we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past, okay? So there is some past energies coming through here that could be something needed to look into, because it could still be draining your energy that you could much more use as a creative force than a force to just move around in the same circle of things that you can't change. So that's something you can look into, investigate in a harmonious way, in a loving way, because this is clearly something that is very much ready to release its grip on you with regret. It could be that you've tried to do this before, maybe, and maybe something happened, and that's why also the timing card is coming through, that if that is the case for you, then that was simply not the timing. That could have been you understanding that this thing is for you, but you picked up on it a little bit too soon, and then that could have drained your energy of feeling disappointed and maybe interpreting that wrong into that thing not being for you, but it was actually just a timing specific thing, okay? So if that is not the case for you, then this just speaks to some old lingering past experience that has another shape to it, that is still taking your time and energy that you could put into creating this thing that is part of the exciting news coming in, the new chapter that will start for you, that could very much have to do actually with work, project, side business, hobby, something that you will create, something that you will do, that you will love, and that will require of you actually a lot of energy to put into it in a high vibrational way. But if some parts of your energy is just being drained out to the past, then that's just a shame, you know? This is coming through to be dealt with once and for all, to be loved, but for your energy to be much more used into creating your future. We have books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Okay, very specific, guys. So this thing that could be standing in your way, draining your energy, you know, it could actually be something like a present job that you have that is making you so tired that when you come home and you want to work on your passion project, you have no time to do it, you have no energy, there's nothing left of you because your job took everything from you that day. There could be very specific guidance that could come through for you, also with trust and talk to your angels. So an angel could very much be a loving human being that you have in your life. It could be someone that you trust as a mentor or as a teacher. It could be you connecting to you, guiding you also, okay? But it could be something that you're reading right now that is helping you understand that things need to change. This information that is coming through to you doesn't necessarily have to be through a book. It could be, but it could be simply talking about information coming to you about specific things that you need to do, specific changes, specific, you know, moving on type of information that is very crucial for you to look into right now. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything hasty. You can still keep your cool within this, but you can arrive to a position where you're like, thank you for the information. Now let me investigate what to do with this information, because I know things are happening. I know the timing is now. I know I can do this. I know the level I can do this in. I need to gather myself, collect myself, have every part of myself ready to play, ready to go. And then I will know what to do, okay? So you're very strong. The timing is now for you to get aligned with something big for you that has to do with your life purpose. So books, you know, it could be you teaching, you writing, you learning something that you then pass on to other people. So that is just if it resonates with you, but it has to do in a general message type of way, with information being given to you about what to do right now. We have the Knight of Cups. There's something that you want to give to other people that will make them very happy. I also see that people would be almost, like charmed by you, almost infatuated by you, about what you give, because they will truly understand the trueness to it, that they will be able to hear it, with this card. And it will just vibe with them on such a deep level that they will just feel like in a flowy way attracted to you. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Cups. So this alignment of your highest timeline that has to do with a passion project, something that you want to create, could be your job, your work. You could be meeting people through that are the perfect people for you, okay? But this is also speaking about this thing being the perfect thing for you, this thing being what you've been waiting for to meet, and you've always known that when this thing happens, I know that it will change my life, but it will change my life in a way that is natural. Like, of course it should be like this. This suits me perfectly. Okay, we have the Four of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. So there could be help coming in for you in a financial way to make sure that this happens. In a financial way, I don't mean just like a bunch of money coming into your lap. It can be like ideas, from this information energy about how to increase something, how to increase your time into making more money so that you can free yourself from, example, a day job. So but you are being guided towards something that is financial for you, so with the Wheel of Fortune, that you can be changing your chapter. You got the new chapter in the pendulum chart. So there's information coming through for you how you can free yourself, even if it will be a process also with the Wheel of Fortune. But the winds are changing for you. So just be very aware of what is going on around you, because I don't feel like the things that will guide you, it's not like you releasing a lot of garbage and healing. I feel like you've already done that with the Four of Swords, but you need to be aware of the things going on around you. And then when things come into you from your outside, like information downloads, coming in, you seem to be in a very good state to interpret that, to understand that, and then to take action depending on that. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, this is like a guarantee, like a contract being given to you, that the timing is now, but the timing will continue going on until this becomes a success. And we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, and Ten of Pentacles, absolutely like a passion project. Also with the Two of Cups underneath the deck. This is something you're passionate about. This is something you can do. You already are a pro on this. You just need to be able to do this, work with this, be this, have more space, have more time for you to be able to do this thing. But I also see with the Page of Wands that this is gonna take you places that will get you going even further. If there is a passion of fire inside of you, that fire will just keep growing bigger and bigger, and almost be like attacking other areas in your life to spread this fiery passion, to the rest of your world, to other people to be inspired by you also. So just be mindful of the advice that comes through for you throughout this period after that you listen to this reading. If there is like warnings, advice, downloads, information on how to do specific things, how to make yourself freer, how to work with yourself to gain some more energy, all of this is putting you towards your highest timeline, aligning you with that, because this has to do with your life purpose. And clearly it has to do with your passion also. Okay, group 2, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you vibed with this message, if you felt like, oh my God, that resonated with me, then please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to MH Tarot and to your reading. I'm so glad to have you here. So I thought to start off your reading, I will use this pendulum to look into what area you can next expect to be guided towards when it comes to you reaching your highest timeline, because we all know that being aligned with our highest timeline, it usually involves many areas in life, and it's usually also a process. But that's why I thought, let's just find out the next area for you. Okay, so I will use my pendulum to find out if there's like one or more areas, and also get a description. So just give me a moment to work in silence with the pendulum. Okay, it is moving from opportunity to work to project for you. Let's just see if, yeah, it stopped at project. So it started with opportunity, work, project. And I just want to say, like, if that doesn't resonate with you, then if you still felt drawn to this group, then you can stay here, because you could take out your own decks, specific decks even, to find out what specific area in life is for you, and then you can use that together with the rest of this reading to get the general message for you too. And let me also just take a description for you. You're getting look within. Okay, so we have opportunity and project, right? And look within. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Opportunity, project, look within. And let's get to your message, what this has to do with your highest timeline, how you're being guided towards it. Let's see. Balance, 7 of forces reversed. Okay, that's interesting actually. Balance, love. This card says, divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So with balance coming through reversed, it definitely speaks of a need to balance some energies out in your life that has to do with, what do we say, opportunity and project, because it seems that for the opportunity to come into your life, there's something that you need to balance. So there's like a cooperation happening here where you're being asked by life, universe, name it what you want, to balance some things out. With love, this could speak about like an emotional state, or how you, the relationship that you get to some specific outer things when they're about to happen, that you could react to it in a way that could delay things. That's just one example, but it seems to have to do with like balancing your emotional state out a little bit. And with this card coming in this position, it could speak to you needing some sort of pause before this opportunity happens. Okay, the opportunity could very much be project, and I'm sure it is because the pendulum went that way. So for some of you, of course it is a project that you're working on, that you right now maybe are feeling like, a little bit like it's not working, or you're reacting to it in a way that could very much actually be quite reasonable if you just look at the situation, but you're also being asked to not believe that what is happening right now is an indicator of what will happen forever or even tomorrow, okay? So just look into your emotional state and see how you can balance things out a little bit more towards the healthy, stable type of perspective. And that could mean that you could use a little bit of a pause to, you know, step away from things. And when you step away from that, you can take care of yourself, you can recharge your energy, you can even recharge your heart so that you get aligned again, that you feel that you're centered again, because from that state, you will automatically become balanced and find that very beautiful connection you actually have to your project or to this opportunity that is about to happen. Oh, you got abundance, and it looks very much like love. Okay, so guys, you know, the opportunity, it could be a project that leads to abundance. It could be a love partnership that also leads to abundance. Whatever this opportunity is, because this could truly be a group where the opportunity could be speaking about many things. So again, I urge you, if it doesn't resonate with you, romantic love or a project, take out your own cards and see what they tell you specifically for you. But abundance coming through with a message, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. This is your truest potential. Something right now seems to be a little bit off because you've lost balance in some way. That's normal, that happens to all of us. What you need is to just retrieve for a while, for a little bit, gather your energies, check them, and just center yourself again. Do whatever you usually do to center yourself. If it is cooking food, taking a walk, you know what lights up your energy all over again, like the Ace of Wands coming through to be just reignited. You seem to need that because things are happening, okay? There are things happening for you that are very much already aligned with your truest potential of reaching abundance, whatever abundance means for you, you know? That is also something that is very individualistic for all of us. What it is that when we tap into ourselves, like what's the most natural state of abundance inside of me? Whatever that is that it points to, that is what this card is also speaking to. The opportunity that is to come for you, it is for you to be able to both express but also experience this as your truest part. So no wonder you need to just like, you know, gather yourself, take care of yourself, because you need to be aligned for this thing to even enter your life, but also for it to like get you places, you know? Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. And creative expression. Your soul longs to express itself creatively. So this could definitely be talking about directly this project that you've started, that you're planning to start, that maybe you already have it as part of your life. Just trust that urge inside of you, that it has guided you towards something that is part of your life purpose, something that you are here to experience. And it is like a two-part thing. You are here because your soul is longing to experience this specific type of expression when it creates something specific. But there's also another part that is very beautiful about it, and it has to do with your soul also wanting to express and experience this abundant state that it just knows it is. So there's two very beautiful parts of your path. Talk to your angels. You know, when you retrieve for a while, you could be in need to talk to someone, you know, almost like let some wind blow through your mind by having someone else's words and ideas run through your mind that are loving, that are encouraging, that are building you up, and preferably that are actually showing you what you can do, what your potential is, and that you just forgot it for a second, and that's fine. I'm here to remind you. You know, that type of guidance, that type of talking to you. Because you're definitely going places where you will need you to be gathered, that you will need yourself to be aligned with who you are, what it is that you want, what it is that you want to express, what it is that you want to experience, and then to go after it, okay? You got the Five of Cups. Underneath the deck, the Queen of Cups. So there is some healing for you to do on an emotional level, okay? By balancing things out. And it feels like you just retrieving, you will be able to know how to do that. And there's also a sense of you like recharging your batteries, giving yourself new energy. So do whatever it is that you need to do to reignite your flame again, because even if you right now can't feel that flame alive in you, maybe it is still there to guide you. It's just like a little bit of unbalance that you got like sidetracked for a while, maybe in your mindset, maybe in your emotional state. But it doesn't mean that this isn't happening. It doesn't mean that this isn't for you. But there's just some healing to do. And this is something that you're very, how do you say, like you're very skilled at dealing with yourself, at guiding yourself, at taking care of yourself. You're probably very good or have a very well potential to know how to guide you, know how to recharge your batteries. So that seems to be the first thing that you need to do. Then we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, then it will be light up again, you know, even if it hasn't been put out, maybe it just shrunk a little bit, but it's still there, and it will be lightened up again, you know. It will just grow, it will help you grow, it will take you in the right direction. This is part of your highest timeline, King of Wands. Maybe this is like entrepreneur, creative force. You're definitely going to bigger places than you are expecting and anticipating. Maybe that is also something that you're picking up on, that is making you lose a little bit balance, and you need to retrieve to gather yourself, because you could be picking up on how big these energies are. So just follow your heart with the Queen of Cups underneath the deck. Trust yourself, trust your intuition. If you are picking up on some things with this opportunity coming in for you that could be overwhelming, that could be like maybe even putting you in a confused state, you know, just stay with it, trust it, because you could very much be picking up on something very, very true. And for you to be aligned with that, you need to just gather your energies and center yourself. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, you will be successful in this. You know, you will reach new perspective on this thing, and you will be able to put yourself also in the right balance in connection to this big opportunity, that even if this big opportunity comes with a lot of like big energy, you're like, yeah, but you know, I'm still my own person, I still have my own energy, like I'm connected to this opportunity that is amazing, but it has its own life, it has its own energies. I don't have to let all of that energy into my space. I can still work with it, but I have another perspective on things now, on my position in relationship to this opportunity. And we have the Five of Wands. You know, this process that you're going through right now with retrieving, gathering yourself, it is actually putting you like in a pro position in what you're doing. It is helping you that if you in this level can guide yourself, take care of yourself, know how to deal with your energies and how to work with them and how to make them aligned with what it is that you want, that is something that you will need further on, maybe even in bigger ways, because what it is that you will meet will also be bigger than where you are right now. So this is turning you into a pro, okay? There seems to be like a big train that you're getting on, and you need to almost be as big as that train, but still be centered around you, but in a loving relationship to this train that is taking you places, okay? So you're becoming a pro right now by this process that is going through you, moving through you, and you're definitely going places. So just trust your intuition, what it is telling you. That if it is like big energies, then don't let that overwhelm you. Retrieve instead, gather yourself and put yourself in a loving relationship to this opportunity again, and you will see how the two of you can work together as one, but still keep your individualistic energies for yourself, if that makes any sense. Okay, group 3, I will end your reading here. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you liked this message and if you felt like, yeah, vibe with it, then please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.